Well, hello and welcome, people of the internet, back to Stand Survivors, one that I thought we were going to take a little bit of a break from, but you guys seem to really enjoy it. So I've done a little bit of playing off camera, trying to grind a little bit, and mostly trying to unlock all the different stands. Now, obviously, there are some here. I think most of the ones that I don't have unlocked are just the tier 3s. Yeah, that's what it looks like. So basically, we've seen all of the green stands. The blue stands, I believe I've unlocked all of those as well. All these are just tier 2s. No, there's one that I haven't unlocked, and I need to get a tier 3 of this. But I believe all the others I have unlocked. Sorry, there's two here that I haven't unlocked, and it's because I need a tier 3. In order to figure that out, these are a little bit harder ones. You can kind of figure this out. So if I wanted to know what this is and I clicked here, it could show me what it's a combination of. So I know that it is the left combination. I think the arrow matters. It could matter, because if I clicked into the gambler here, I can see that it's likely tier 3 office worker. I think that to be the case, where because it's branching off to the left here, if I click here, you can see that it goes, now you can actually see that it does go into here. So I need a tier 3 office worker to unlock this one. But as far as the tier 3, I have unlocked the Monkey King. I've unlocked the Wolf Knight, and I do note the last one is the attack helicopter, which I have made everything for. I just didn't combine them all in the same run. I think what we're going to end up doing, or let me preface this by saying, the tier 3s are extremely powerful. You should definitely be building towards them. Now, they are a little bit difficult to build towards. Basically, you need 2 of the tier 2s. Now that could be 1 tier 2, or that could be 2 single tier 2s, and you're going to need a tier 3. Same thing for here, although there's no tier 3, it's just another tier 2. So basically it's all the same resources. This has been the most interesting part of the game for me. So we're going to go ahead and jump in. As far as my talent tree is concerned right now, I have a little bit of HP regen, although honestly, I'm probably just going to take this off. I don't think that's super relevant. I'm actually just going to build into magic power. I did start playing with HP regen, and while I think that HP is one of those things that is still going to be a continued critique of mine, there are some things that I've expanded my mind on and have kind of learned about the game. So we're currently level 3. We're up to strength growth. So every 2 levels, we're going to get 5 physical attack and 5 magic power. And let's go ahead and jump in. So you can see that I have reached level 3, still have not completed the map. Now, I have defeated slime at this point. Beating slime is tough. I will say it is still no spring chicken to beat the slime. The bosses still have a ton of health. I think in order to beat the bosses, you pretty much have to have at least 1 tier 3 stand. I think if you're missing a tier 3 stand, you're probably not going to have enough damage to actually get these bosses dead. That's just what I've found over my number of runs. The only one that I've been successful with was when I had a tier 3 stand. Otherwise, I wasn't even getting close to killing it in the amount of time. Now, could that change with meta progression? Absolutely. But for right now, yeah, that's kind of where we're at. So we're going to try and build the Monkey King. Monkey King is actually very strong. As far as clearing out rooms, fighting bosses, maybe not so much, but so let's go ahead and get that going. So I'm going to buy Monkey, and I think I'm also going to try, I want to try and build into the attack helicopter as well to see how that does, because again, I have tried the wolf. Unfortunately, I only got like a minute or 2 to play with the wolf the first time that I actually saw it in a run. Well, there is a wolf if I wanted to go ahead and do that. Gotta remember everything I need to get to. Yeah, so we do need ninja, so I need to get rebel teenagers and archers. I don't need this. Yeah, I don't need this. I think the game could definitely use a little bit of, so we obviously have rerolls. I think having a banish would be very helpful, especially when you have so many of the first tier stands. I think it would be helpful to, if you're looking, because I know that some people, what I've seen from the Yet Another Zombie Survivor update is that there are some people who don't like, not that this has anything to do with the upgrade or the update, but they don't like the ability to change what variables you have before a run. So if you haven't played Yet Another Zombie Survivors, you get items during a run, which are basically artifacts. and you can unlock the ability to change your item pool, which will basically give you the option to change what artifacts you have in your run. Now, some people don't like this because they think it makes runs a little bit too consistent. I think we need bald. Yes, we need one monk, so we're gonna grab a bald, and then we're gonna go. We don't need shield bearers yet. We do need more monkeys, so let's go ahead and combine these. Don't need archers. See, like having a banish here would really help clear out some of the ones we don't need. Just so that way I can kind of remember what we need. Okay, so we do need soldiers because I'm gonna need a rocket soldier. Yeah, I need rocket soldier. Okay. So I think having that could help runs be a little bit more consistent. Consistency is definitely something that I've been looking for in this game that has been kind of evading me. The other thing that still is on my mind about this game is it's one of two things. Either adding a dash. Yes, I like dashes in my bullet heavens. I will say it every time. But the other thing, if you don't want to add a dash, I think the flip side of that would be to slow down the projectiles. I do think that some of the projectiles, especially coming from these mobs, are a little bit too fast. They do feel a little bit too difficult to dodge consistently. Let me see for monkey. Do I need... Okay, I need tier 3 monkey, and I need... Oh my god, I need so many monkeys. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. We're going Monkey King, right? We're gonna need some monkeys. Now, does this go... That goes into chopper, so I need that. This is fire elemental, so we'll lock that. Man, with so many trees, it can be difficult to keep track of everything you need, but we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Yeah, some of the projectiles, and with some of the bosses. So, for example, with the slime has two... There's a couple different ways that you could go about fighting the slime. So I think technically the most effective way would probably be a ranged build, because then it would mitigate this problem that I'm going to talk about, the range attacks. If you have a melee build and you have to be up close, the big problem I found with it is with the range attacks, because they all span in a circle around the slime, the closer you are, the smaller the gap between the projectiles. And if that's the case and you don't have a dash, you can't like dash backwards to try and then get yourself further away and then step to the side. You're probably just going to get smashed in the face. And the flip side of that is you stay farther away, but you end up doing less damage overall because your melee attacks can't reach. So there's a little bit of like conflicting gameplay there, but if you play range classes, you don't really have to worry about that. We do need rebel teenagers, so let's go ahead and get that and combine these. We also do need a blacksmith. We'll combine those. What else do we need here? We need the fire elemental. That's the whole reason we locked it. Do we need soldier? Yes, we do need soldier, so we can combine those. We also, let's see, we don't need any more blacksmith, I don't believe. No, we're good here. Here I just need, let's see, do we need any of this? I don't think so. No, we don't need the electric elemental. Pig is literally useless. This pig is a weird one right now. All of its evolutions aren't available in the game, so pig is almost like never a reasonable pick. So we'll take this. We might as well put fire elemental in here. Might as well put bald in here since they're level 2. We're gonna go ahead. Do I need bald? I do need bald, so we'll lock bald. I don't need blacksmith anymore. Office worker, the only reason I would need office worker is to try and get that level 3, but that's something that maybe we'll worry about later. Now, one of the interesting things that I've found over playing for about 4 hours now, that's about how deep I am in the game. The game opens up tremendously once you have every tree unlocked, or at least I should say most of the trees unlocked. We're going to take, this is kind of a weak blessing here, but we're going to take movement speed. Because a lot of the early game is spent just kind of discovering different combinations. Now, once you have most of the combinations discovered, kind of like we've been doing with the office worker, working our way back in the tree, we've been able to discover, like, oh, we need to get a level tier 3 office worker, you know. But before we have all the things figured out, it's a little bit harder to figure out exactly what combinations you need. So a lot of that early game is just figuring out, I need both of these, right? Yeah, I need both of these. So we're going to take engineer first. Actually, which of these? Actually, we should do... Wait. No, it doesn't really matter. Okay, we'll do this. I was thinking, like, if we have something here, does it matter? But no, it doesn't really matter. We'll take this, combine these. That's going to give us the monk we need. Now, do we need more? We don't need any more soldiers because we already have the soldier. We still need... we're going to need a level 2 fire. Okay. Let's see. We don't need... Nope, we need a bunch of gunners. So let's grab those. We'll combine those. Don't need any more blacksmith. Rebels, we're good. We just kind of got lucky there with that enemy. To be completely honest, I didn't dodge that on purpose. Good here. Do I need more samurai? We don't have a ninja yet. Where am I at with... Oh, I have one samurai. So we'll combine those. There goes our ninja, which we can now combine. We have enough for the monk, but we just need to get enough souls. I feel like Davy Jones just collecting souls up here. The question is, are we going to be focused enough to get a tier 3 once Slime Boy comes around? That's really the challenge, is figuring out how dedicated you can be to one tier 3. Although we do already have a couple tier 2s, so that's not bad. That's a good start. That's a good start. Bunch of skeletons, which we don't need, so let's go ahead and synth the monk. Okay, so now we need a tier 3 monkey, and we'll have that. Let's go ahead. You know what? Let me actually... So we'll put the ninja down here. So I'm going to mix these together just so I can see what I have. And then we have this. Let's see. For you, we need fire. You, it doesn't really matter. And then you, we just need another tier 2 revolver. Okay. So there's another revolver. I'm honestly going to lock the soul. I like having one regular soul to level up because as far as I've found, I think the soul is the only healing stand, which is another thing I'm kind of surprised with, is the lack of healing in this game. So there is, of course, HP regen, which you can get either through your meta tree or you can get it through equipment. But again, the equipment system is still something that I am not a fan of at all. I don't like the randomness of it. There's monkey. We'll grab a soul. Let's see here. There's another soul. We'll take that. Do I need more? No, I don't need more bald. I need more fire. So let me take you out. We'll put you up here. I want to do that a cleaner way, but I guess that's fine. Oh wait, you can come out. Oh wait, no, that doesn't matter. We'll combine these. That's tier 2 monkey. There's another monkey. There's our other monkey. Perfect. So actually, we're going to be... Oh, we're spot on to make a king. That's fantastic. Yeah, the equipment system is still really weird. I'm not sure I understand the reasoning behind that still. Just because it makes it a little bit harder to have a focused build. Right, if you wanted to focus on magic damage, there's really no way to set your equipment in order to focus that unless you just get lucky with a bunch of magic power stuff. So yeah, that one's still a little bit odd to me. I think we're gonna take the physical crit damage, especially since does Monkey King? I think Monkey King does melee damage. I think it's the wolf, Wolf Knight does magic damage, and then we know for a fact, I would assume that the attack chopper does physical damage. It'd be quite weird if that did magical damage. So you do occasionally get heart drops, but they are a little bit rare. So really, the best way I found to heal actually is to, fingers crossed, you get a blessing that has lifesteal. There we go. All right, now we need a bunch here to actually synthesize up to this. So we're still looking for fire elemental. That's the last one? No, we're looking for... Why do we need fire elemental? Why am I thinking we need fire elemental? Because I need sharpshooter. Oh, because these are going to combine in sharpshooter. This goes into rocket launcher. Got it. Okay, so I still need... yeah, so I need fire and I need revolvers. There's revolver. Nice. Just gonna buy that. We're gonna combine it. Yeah, and then we don't level these up. That's something that I've messed up before, is just hovering over these and leveling them up versus doing this. So we can do this, which I think, does that make it cheaper? It doesn't make it cheaper, but it just means that we have a tier 3 monkey now to help us out for a few minutes here as we go ahead and grind up some more souls. All right, what do we got here? Physical crit damage. We'll take that over that crit damage. We also have movement speed, which I think I will take over the leather armor. This is kind of another way that you can maybe, you know, avoid some of the hits from the bosses, is just get your move speed up. Because, I mean, if you don't have a dash, you might as well move faster. And again, if you can kind of play, if you know what the boss's order of attacks is, you can kind of just back away as soon as he's going to start doing his range attacks. And then we use your move speed to your advantage. But, like, those kind of range attacks to me feel a little bit too fast. Without any kind of dodge mechanics. Now, you could argue that the game wants you to build more shield characters, but those are kind of dime a dozen. So let's go ahead and get the Mad Monkey King. Well, he's not mad, but we're making him mad. Okay, so he does do magic range attacks. It's a little weird. I would think that it's physical, but I guess there's probably a magical element around his staff. So every 15 seconds, and this is where the room clear happens. Magic Golden Cudgel is very powerful. Monkey King swings as a large golden cudgel in a spin, dealing 3,768 magic damage per second to hit enemy units, and it is large. And it also applies bleed, so it's pretty strong. You know, again, it's not... I wouldn't say it's the strongest when it comes to single target, but for clearing out rooms, this is very powerful. And we don't need any more revolver gunner, at least for now. Now we're just looking for fire elementals. There we go. There's one. We'll just pick that up. And we're almost to 2 tier 3s, and we haven't even hit the first boss yet, so we're looking pretty good. The question is just going to be, are we going to be able to survive? I do feel like our survivability is a little low. So hopefully, yeah, there's that AoE. Otherwise, the Monkey King just kind of throws his staff around. And because there's no, as far as I'm aware, there's no manual targeting, he can kind of just throw it wherever, and sometimes it doesn't end up going exactly where you want it. So I think here... I think I'm actually going to drop the move speed. I want the magic crit damage again to try and hopefully clear out this slime a bit faster. Yeah, so after he does that dash attack, excuse me, eventually here he's going to... Yeah, there we go. There's his projectile attack. So we kind of need to stay away so that they spread out further, and then he dashes at you. So let's go ahead and synth this up. Perfect. Now we just need one more fire elemental. That's all we need. I am going to grab the soul, though, while it's here, because I want to turn that into a tier 3. There we go. Now we have 2 tier 2s. I'll take that for now. And come on, fire. Fire. There we go. Nice. And we get, actually, we don't need any more soul. Perfect. So now we just need to wander around. Actually, if we just find a shrine, we're looking good. Actually, although we need to get a few more levels up. Oh, let's go ahead and dodge these. Nice. We obviously need to get a few levels up in order to fuse into the attack helicopter, which I don't know how good it is. I've just seen the image of it. I don't actually know how strong it is, but I do need to unlock it. So that's what we're... Oh boy. Okay, let's dodge these. We do have a magnet. Magnet's going to help us out fairly significantly. Yeah, there we go. And then we're going to get a bunch here. Nice. So let's go ahead and grab this fire elemental. Boom. synth this up. Unfortunately, we're a little bit shy here. We need another 4. Okay, that's totally fine. We can get that pretty easily. We'll go ahead and hit the forge here. Forge up a bunch of stuff. What do we got here? Pickup range, gold increase. Don't really care. Yeah, don't really care about any of this. There we go. There's the damage we're looking for. Oh, we're going to take some hits here. Yep, back up. Let's forge some more stuff. Nice. And what do we got here? Pickup range and attack speed. All right, that's not too bad. I'll take that. Got some heals there. We still got to find a stand shrine though. At this point, we got enough to make our attack helicopter. Ah, there we go. Sweet! Nice. Let's synth these up. Boom. That's every tier 3. So what does this turn into? Really high physical attack, so that's what we thought. Every 15 seconds, summons 5 missiles to bombard enemies on the map, dealing a bunch of physical damage to hit enemies while also setting the ground on fire, causing damage per second. Wow, that's pretty strong. Yeah. Now the downside is we obviously lose a lot of our stand, so we have to build back up for sure, especially before the last boss comes. Again, I haven't had 2 tier 3s this early though, so we're at a pretty good space. We might even be able to build the 3rd and just go all tier 3s. That's a possibility. There we go. Slime defeated. Much different than the first video we did, I have to say. We struggled a bit that first time, but now we're able to hold our own. Now, that being said, I would like one of these blessings that pop up to give us some lifesteal. That would be quite nice. I would definitely like some lifesteal. Oh, we got more souls down here. We are getting a little bit surrounded. So, let's see. So this being said, we could just build straight up into an office worker. We do need the tier 3, which would turn into this one, which I guess we can do. It also gives us more gold, which we're going to need to open more doors. Now, other than that, I think really all I'm going to be looking for here is infantry and shield bearers. And I guess wolves, too. Should be on the lookout for those. I'm gonna buy souls as well because we're kind of hurting on the healing factor. So yeah, there's an infantry. We'll lock both of these. We'll buy those next time. If the game's not gonna give me what I need, I'll make what I need. Now, where's our other door? Oh, we're on like a weird outcropping, so I have to go all the way. The orange one is the middle room, so I would assume that's why I'm in kind of this like weird territory where there's no doors. There we go. There's some doors. All right, let's open up another door here. Yeah, this is not what I want. This is not enough regen. We're going to take the physical crit damage. So we are building our own healing items. Yeah, and luckily, as soon as that monkey tag goes off, oh boy, we get to go ham and just kill as many things as we want. Now, one thing, if you haven't noticed, actually, you know what? I should definitely. Oh, I didn't mean to do that, motherfucker. I probably should have done this a while ago, because yeah, there's music now. There wasn't music last time. They must have fixed that in a hot patch. Which, that's nice. Let's turn those sound effects down just a little bit now that... There we go. Alright, so, unfortunately, I skipped that shrine. That kind of sucks. Okay, let's forge up some stuff. Combine it. What do we got? Max HP and armor. So that's just a strict upgrade there. And then we have armor. We do have... Okay, so now we have some HP regen. We also have lifesteal, which is very nice. But never mind. We have move speed and attack speed. I lied. Let's go. Max HP, pickup range. Let's just get the pickup range. Let's get a little bit of pickup range. Makes it a little bit easier on us. That way we don't have to move quite as far. I'm a lazy boy. So let's play the lazy bone game today. Okay, now do we have any shrines up here? Does not look like it. We're a bit unfortunate in that case. So, we're gonna have all kinds of souls to spend. That's for sure. I will be honest, I still... Okay, so another clarification I want to make since the last video, because you guys were kind enough to obviously, when I'm playing, I can't go through and, you know, discover every detail of what's going on, so you guys were kind enough to help me out as to what was going on. So, the different shrine tiers. Basically, every time you go into either a shrine or a forge, you're going to get some of the resource in which you need to spend there. So the higher colors are going to give you more when you enter. So for example, we're at 27 now. We go up to 36. Let's buy a bunch more of these, combine these, combine these, combine these. Now, let's see. So we do have office worker. We want to work on buying those. Let's see here. I think I'm going to... So there's a shield bearer. We'll grab that. We can synth into... Yes, we need two of these. Two of these knights. There we go. Some more infantry. Put you up there. Need more office workers. There we go. That's going to synth into something, but we need 6 for that. And at this point, I need wolves, and I need more infantry. I need a lot of wolves. Lot of wolves. So you can see here we're at 110, we go up to 170. So basically, once you go in, it gives you, at least for the forges, I think it gives you enough for one forging. So even if you don't necessarily want to spend your iron or your souls at the time. Souls maybe not so much, you might not want to just pop in, but forges pop up enough that you can kind of just pop in, gather your resources, and leave if you want to. Alright, what do we got here? Physical attack, physical penetration. Penetration is very strong. We like a lot of penetration. PA growth from kills. I still haven't figured that. I think that might be physical attack growth, but I'm not 100% certain. And so, like, these purple rocks, I think that they might have a chance to drop a heart. I haven't, like, confirmed that yet. It only makes sense because there's, like, hearts baked into the rock. But, yeah, those I'm still not sure about. But the other forges, pickup range, attack speed. Ooh, we also have magic. Oh, we have magic penetration. Is that, which is better, magic penetration or attack speed? I don't know how these necessarily scale. I think I'm just going to take the attack speed. That might be wrong. Penetration is probably pretty strong. But attack speed just seems like it's better, at least on its face. Okay, we need monkey ult. Oh, that's nice. We'll take that. Okay, so at this point, I have the infantry. I need more shield bearers. We can synth these to... Okay, our 2 ladies made a man. Our financial advisor received a reward of 20 plus gold. Okay, so overall, you know, not something I would necessarily spend my time on, but we at least have it unlocked now, so we know what it is. I guess I locked in the infantry, but no, I just need more. I need more shield bearers, and I need more wolves at this point. There's shield bearer, wolf, Wow, okay. Give me all the infantry, apparently. Yeah, because we're almost to the final boss on this map. Almost there. We just gotta hope we can get enough wolves, really. I don't think... The shield bearer is not going to be tough. It's going to be about getting the wolves. That's going to be a little bit interesting. There's some health. Let's pick that up. Got another forge there. I gotta hit that. Magic power, magic crit damage. That's not bad. Move speed, attack speed. I think... Is that better than physical attack? Maybe not. Maybe it is. Because most of my high level attackers are actually doing magic damage. Although, we do have the chopper. Armor. There's more HP regen, but I don't know that I necessarily want to give up. I think I can give up armor for that, though, maybe. Just for now, until we can forge some more stuff. Oh boy, I don't think we're gonna have enough time to find the wolf. Oh, wait, shrine up here, shrine up here. Let's go, let's go. Okay, looking for wolves. I also need, one more. Yeah, I need one more shield bearer. But I need a crap ton of wolves that I don't think I'm gonna be able to find. There's a wolf, we can combine there. Okay, I need 2 more wolves. There's a wolf, 1 more. Come on. Give me a wolf. Mother frick, man. It's okay. Still got time. Just collect all these, get a bunch of levels. We got probably about 30 seconds. Forge a bunch of stuff. Oh, I haven't gotten this yet. Magic power, magic crit. That's not too bad. Magic power, magic penetration. Yeah, we'll take that. Don't think I have enough to open. Yeah, not even close to enough gold to open another door. Oh, shrine, shrine, shrine. Let's go, let's go. Okay. I need 1 more wolf. Give me a wolf. Yes. Okay, synth up. And now, okay, I need 10 more souls. 10 more souls. Then we have all 3 tier 3s. Okay, I'm actually gonna run away because I actually don't want to kill him yet. I don't. But I also want to heal up too. I'd like to get a little bit more health. Okay, now I just need a shrine. I got plenty of souls. Just need the shrine. Oh boy, that was stupid. Probably shouldn't have run like straight through like that. Oh, shrine. There we go. Nice. Wolfie. Wolfie, come to me! Alright, nice. So Wolf Knight does a bunch of magic damage. So, yeah, we have 2 magic attacking tier 3s. And we have 1 physical attacking. And actually, these are way... Well, I think that this might reflect how much magic power we have. I'm not sure exactly. I would have to take a look at like all our different stats to see how this is actually being calculated, because we have 510 plus 4.8, 650 plus 5.9. I'm not 100% sure what those numbers are actually indicating. And then we have 670 plus 6.1. But again, this is a much faster attack speed, so likely just a better single target versus kind of more AoE enemies. But yeah, and then we have the souls to heal us up, although, you know, it's not healing a bunch, but it's at least something. Now, we might as well get, we'll grab a little bit of electric elemental just because we have room for some more stands. And now we can work on killing the boss. And not dying. Not dying would be very nice at this point. Okay, we might need to... Yeah, I need to find a forge. I might need to find some more power here. Pickup range, attack speed. Magic power. That might be more beneficial than attack speed. We might be cutting it a little close here. Okay, let's get some more power here. Let's see. What can we do for quick power? I guess I should probably just go... The best thing would probably be to go maybe Apprentice Electric Elemental. So let's work on combining those. Although, that being said, I think I'm actually just going to grab things that I can combine pretty quickly. What do I need here? I need bald. I think I literally just passed a bald. I wasn't even, like, really paying attention. Alright, come on, Chopper. I need you to do some massive damage here. Nice. Okay, give me something good, Shrine. What can I make out of this? I could just get the... Let's see. Chain Lightning. Hey, there we go. I was a little worried there, not only about killing him, but also surviving. I was stressed on multiple different fronts there. All right, so yeah, the chopper ended up doing, wow, really high damage. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. The chopper is absurd, and we actually had Monkey King first, and wow, I mean. So, I'm not sure, the blue versus orange. I'm not sure what that differentiation is. Where would I find that? Yeah, I'm not sure what this differentiation is. It says 64%. Maybe it's from regular damage and ability, perhaps? Because I could kind of see that happening here. Maybe that's what it is. Although that would surprise me that the Monkey King did that much less damage with his ability than in proportion to the chopper. Huh. But yeah, really surprised at how much damage the chopper did. Again, we got the knight pretty late, but you can kind of see in terms of playstyle, I think these two are a little bit more AoE based. So if I were to, like, basically with these three, I probably would not build for both of these. I would probably pick one, whichever one's your favorite, or whichever one just comes to you more naturally. Like, if your first selection screen is like 3 monkeys, I'm going Monkey King, right? But if it's like you start with infantry, so you already have a slight leg up here, and then I would also go with the attack chopper, just so you have a little bit of differentiation. So you have one that's a little bit better in AoE, one that's a little bit better in straight damage. I think overall, for most of the run, Monkey King is probably the best option, just because he has the best AoE and can save you from just complete, like, floor-dominating waves. That being said, I think the chopper, in order to progress your game, I think is actually the best one, just because he does the most single target damage. I think without, right, because most of this damage here is going to come from AoE. It's not necessarily hitting the same enemy over and over again. So if you need to kill bosses, I think chopper's the way to go, man. But yeah, we kind of had, obviously, we had a little bit of a handicap here. I was just trying to unlock the financial worker. Overall, the financial worker is not that good. So we did have a little bit of handicap there. We had the 2 souls, which helped out, probably got us a lot of healing. Can I actually see, is there anything here that says, like, what's in secondary? Attack speed? Nah. I kind of wanted to see, like, how much healing did they actually do? But yeah, there we go. Challenge succeeded. So we can go to our talent here. Unlock a bunch of stuff here. Got a bunch of points here. Sweet. Now, I believe that should be everything here. No, there's still one more I need to figure out. And so this has got to be... let's see. So this is kind of what I mean. Once you find out a bunch of stuff, you can figure this out. So, because this is made of a level 3 this, we know that it shares these two, and I can already tell you that it's going to be the Mage Apprentice, right? Because the only one that these two share, this is Mage Apprentice and Electric Orb, this is Mage Apprentice Skeleton. Because it shares, you need a tier 3 Mage Apprentice, and we'll go into those. You could also go here, although, oh, this is the tier 3 Mage Apprentice. Got it. So that's the only one that we're missing, and the others are just tier 2 of the other ones, which at this point in the demo, there's no real sense to actually unlock any of these. I mean, really, oh. Wait, was there always a 4th one? I don't remember seeing that. I'm going to have to go back and see if there's a 4th one. I don't remember seeing a 4th tier 3. So maybe that was unlocked? I have no idea. But yeah, so we basically unlocked everything. As far as my current feeling, so I'm going to kind of update my thoughts on Stand Survivors from the first game. Now that I have a little bit more context, now this puts me at about 5 hours. So I have a little bit more understanding of the game, and I can critique it a little bit better based on how the first level went. Let's actually, before I do that, I do want to see how far... Okay, so that, before I started, we started about here on level 3. So winning a challenge only really got us about a third of a level here. So... general gameplay, I think, is still pretty solid. This is a game that, like, I don't want this to sound off-putting to anybody, but this is a game that I really wanted and still want to really enjoy, and I think I'm just, like, a tier below that right now. I think one of my big frustrations that I can now look back on and realize what it was was that a lot of the difficulty comes from the fact that you don't know what combinations are good and what combinations are bad. So a lot of your time in the early hours of Stand Survivor is not necessarily progressing like I would want to in other Bullet Heavens. It's really just, you have to understand that it's going to be unlocking all the different stands, finding the different combinations, and seeing which ones that you should be building towards in your builds, because some of them just aren't really worth it, right? We kind of saw like the financial worker is not really worth it. I think maybe if you had more time during a run, or your experience was progressed, so that way you could level up things faster, or if you just had access to, like I said, during the run, a few more ways to manipulate stands, right? We already have the reroll, but having something like a banish would be very helpful, because again, if we look at the glossary, there's so many different tier 1s that you don't necessarily need. Like, let's say you're just trying to do a run with 3 choppers here, or like you just want to run 3 choppers at a time. There's a lot of tier 1 stuff here that you really don't need. I think another thing that could potentially work to this game's advantage is, I think that higher tier shrines should likely have a chance to offer you these tier 2 stands. I do think that that is a bit of it's something that they're missing out on, because in any other game that you have like these synergy builders, you've been able in the past to find the upgraded version and kind of quote unquote cheat your way up the ladder. So having a way to get these, I think, would be very beneficial, and also make it a bit easier to find different combinations, because there are certain times, like for example, the financial worker, I don't really want to spend a bunch of time buying the office worker to find out that it's like, oh, it's not, it gives you gold, but it doesn't really like progress you in any way. So there is a lot of time kind of, if you want to say, being wasted in quotes. So you kind of just have to know that going into the game, that a lot of your first hours are just going to be just figuring out what all the combinations are, putting everything together. That way you have a grid that you can kind of use and figure out what upgrades are going to be the best. Now, as far as the like room opening goes, obviously you get the blessing, right? And the blessing, I think, is the most important part. I'm not sure if unlocking rooms allows higher tier forges, treasure chests, iron deposits, and shrines to appear, or if those are time-based. That would be something that I would have to spend, like, honestly, I probably wouldn't figure it out. I would probably wait for somebody to tell me. But if that is the case, that it gives you access to higher tier stuff, then there's definitely a benefit to get more gold, right? Because then you can get higher tier forges, higher tier shrines. You start getting more, souls every time you go to a shrine. You start getting more iron every time you go to a forge. Treasure chests drop more gold, and it's going to snowball you, right? So stuff like that is pretty important. But otherwise, that's kind of why it feels kind of like not great to just be like a gold farm. I can definitely see iron being important, right? Especially really once I figured out that the forges, when you go in, were also giving you iron ore, and you can just kind of spam them and just build a bunch of stuff. There's not a lot of strategy to it. It's really just collect a bunch of stuff, slap it together, and hope you get good stuff. I still would like to see that whole system kind of reworked. I don't think it's very engaging as it currently stands. Obviously, I'm going to interact with it because it makes you a lot stronger when you get the blue, purple, and the yellow items. But in order to actually get there, it's literally just clicking F as fast as possible and then exiting the menu, and you're done. So yeah, I still have the same thoughts and feelings on that system as a whole. Yeah, as far as bosses go, I still do think the bosses are a little bit too tanky, but you can obviously beat them. But even with this, where even at the last second, we were still like struggling to get that third tier 3. Now, disclaimer here, do we have the best boss killing build? Probably not. We were just going for the clickbait title of all 3 tier 3s, even though there's a stupid 4th one that I didn't see. But yeah, if we wanted to kill bosses faster, we could have just built multiple choppers, right? But I still do feel like maybe, especially because this is only the first challenge, might have a little bit too much health, but those are balancing things that get weeded out over time. That's not a thing that I'm super concerned about. And again, one other thing that I'm not super concerned about, but just a thought, is going back here, I do still think that this level up is a bit too slow. Now, I would like context. One thing I kind of wish that the developers did was to give you an indicator down here of how much experience you're actually getting every run and how much you need to get to the next run. Because right now, this bar is completely arbitrary. I don't know if this is 3 experience and it needs 3 matches to go up. I don't know if this is 20 million experience and we're just getting 7 million experience every run. I don't have any context of how much experience on this bar we're making per level. So because of that, I also don't know what the difference is between going from level 1 to level 2 or level 2 to level 3 or all the way down from 9 to level 10. So because of that, one of the things that could be happening, there's 2 different ways I see this going about. Right now, leveling feels a little bit too linear. And what I would like to see, I'm going to put 2 graphics on the screen at this point so you can kind of see a better visual representation of what I'm talking about. Just in case you're a visual person and you need that help as I am. If you have a linear line, what it's going to end up doing is making it so that in both of these graphs, the endpoint is going to be the same, right? The way I'm going to set it up is both graphs start at 0, and they're both going to end up at, we'll just say 10, or we'll say 100 as a nice round, even number that's not too high. So they're both going to end up at the same point. But if you have one linear, what happens is that at the lower levels, you get these really large spikes versus the graph that's on a curve where you have this pretty consistent, pretty quick leveling up at the beginning, but then once you get to the middle and closer to the end, around like the level 6, 7, 8 mark, the experience starts going way up. And what that does is it basically makes it so that the player gets a little bit more push, a little bit more dopamine, and a little bit more tools available to them to work with their character earlier on, and then you have to play for a lot more at the end, right? It's kind of, if you've ever had a friend who has suggested a TV show for you, right? Let's say it's a 5-season television show. And they're like, "Oh, you should watch this." You watch the first 3 episodes of season 1, and season 1 is 12 episodes long. And you say, "You know what? It's just not really getting me. It's good, but it's just not like great." And they're like, "Oh, well, you have to wait till season 2. Season 2 is really when it starts to pick off." It's like, you know what? I have better things to do with my first 12 hours than watch a mediocre show, or not even a mediocre show, a good show until it gets great, right? A show should be able to capture you from the very beginning. And so I think that, again, I would need to see it visualized to see if this is actually how it is. But based on the way it feels like this progression at the beginning is just a little bit too slow. 5 hours in on the same character, I would think I would be maybe like halfway into level 4, maybe even into level 5. And then at that point, it starts slowing down and we get these progressively later and later until we get to the really powerful stuff. Because you don't want to ramp into the powerful stuff too quickly. But at the same time, you don't want to feel... Basically, what it's feeling like, and a lot of this also is because the progression, the talent progression also feels a little slow. I mean, we're already at 25 of these orbs. This stuff starts getting expensive, so this also is progressing a little slow. Again, not that it has to be that feeling the whole time, but there should be a bit of a ramp up. So we're easing into it, but we're getting a lot at the beginning. If you've ever played a mobile game, well, that's a bad example. I'm not even going to jump into that. That's a whole nother can of worms. But I think that the leveling system should be a bit more generous at the beginning, and then kind of level out and even get a little bit steeper and take a little bit longer as we get into the later levels. And most level curves are like that, right? If you've played any MMO, your experience, typically it's going to go like 10 experience, then 30, then it's going to go up to you know, like 60, then we're going to go to 120, then we're going to go to 250, then we're up to 1,000, and then the next level is 10,000. You're like, holy crap, what is this? What is this XP spike? And that's why, because they want to get you through those early levels faster, so that way you're gathering more resources, so that way it's like, oh, cool, like, now I have one extra ability, so that way you're not playing with your, you know, basic sword swing for 5 hours in an MMO. They want to get you, like, through those first, you know, 20, 25 levels, so that way you can have 5 or 6 spells under your belt that you can use for basic combat. Now, at the end, are you going to have 100 different spells in your hotbar? Maybe. But you didn't start that way. But they gave you the tools a little bit quicker at the beginning and then spread them out over the rest as you add one extra tool, one extra tool, one extra tool to your tool belt. So, again, it's not something that I can say for certain, because the only real metric I have is this metric right here. I don't have any metric on how long this is taking from level to level. But again, that's just my own opinion. That's just my own feeling. And again, if I'm 5 hours in, 3 levels, and I'm assuming this is going to take longer down here, on one character, well, there's 5 other characters, excuse me. So just to get to level 3 on these, you're looking at 15 hours of gameplay. And again, it's going to go a little bit faster, I would assume, because now that we have all the stands unlocked, you know, we could plow through it faster, and we don't need to spend those like beginning 3 or 4 hours just unlocking the different combinations. But yeah, that's overall my thoughts. I know there were some people in the previous video we did on this that, you know, were saying, oh, it's too slow, there's only 10 levels. It's like, yeah, there are only 10 levels, but I'm not necessarily saying that you should speed through all 10 of them faster. Maybe just the first 4 or 5 faster and then slow down the end. But again, without having context of the experience gap between all the different levels, it's really hard to know that for sure. I'm just kind of going off gut feeling at this point, and that's all I really can do at this point. Other than that, what are my final takeaways of Stand Survivor? I would say, compared to the last video I had, I am slightly higher in terms of my favor with Stand Survivors. Like I said, after the first one, I definitely had some critiques to it, and after this one, I still have some of those same critiques. Some have completely changed, and, you know, some have gotten better. Am I still at, like, I love this game? No, and that's not going to be every game. That's not going to be most games. You know, you shouldn't love every game. There should be, you know, a couple a year that come out that you just, like, fall die hard in love with. But did I go up from a C+ to a B-? Yeah, I could say that that's a fair way to put it. So that's going to do it for this one for Stand Survivors. Thank you everyone so much for watching. If you did enjoy, you had a good time, would you kindly smash the like button and subscribe to the channel for more roguelike action? But for this one, that's all I got. I've been Ganyonz. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.